Hello everyone, welcome to AndAndYes. AndAndYes, this is my first ever stream that I'm doing, so first and foremost, I am just glad to be here. I've been wanting to do like a little streaming thing for a while, and you know, I had some money saved up, so I decided to get a little get up and just try and, you know, do something. You know, play some games, talk about them, do some art stuff, do some music, some dance. Maybe if you're lucky, you can get me to dance. But you might have to redeem some channel points to get there. But I just want to say, I'm super excited to be here. And my name is AndAndYes. And today, we are going to be playing a little game called Flower. I chose this game because if you look in the background up in that direction, you can see that there's a gray version of the shirt that I'm actually wearing today. So as a result, I was like, it's too good to be true. This will be the game that I play the first time I ever stream. If you'll excuse me for one moment, I'm just gonna check on my phone, make sure that the stream actually is up and running. And yeah, believe it or not, here we are, here I am. Exciting times. So, let's jump in to Flower. And I've heard that it's, you know, basically Lorax simulator. So, that's exciting. And I will be just kind of chatting over the top of it. I've heard it's relaxing, I've heard it's stress-free. And I think it's just a good opportunity to, I don't know, introduce myself to all of you. All, you know, 0 of you at the moment, but, you know, all thousands and hundreds of thousands of you later, you know, when my channel inevitably blows up. So we zoom in on the flower and things go quiet. And that's the game. Wow, this one has been really, really cool. And if you if you put down the mouse, then you zoom away from the flower. That's really funny. So yeah, let's jump into it. I assume I gotta like WASD or something, or maybe like a space bar. Oh, beautiful. Can you guys hear that? Is that loud enough? Oh, here we go. Into the flower's mind. This is like Undertale for real. So I'm seeing a great big city, and part of me is wondering why that's not showing up on the video capture. Oh. Now it's showing up on the video capture. Interesting. This game, an enigma. Never ceasing to amaze. Do I have to, oh, what? I'm just quickly going to, how do we do this? Oh, it's graphics, screen resolution, and I think we want this to be 16 by 9. That's better. That fits the screen much, much better. And allow me a moment to just make sure I can see any chat if that ever becomes relevant, which I'm honestly assuming it will not be, but let's resume the game. This beautiful game where you are this guy. Okay. Whoa. The sun is bright. The mouse doesn't, oh, the mouse does a little, but so yeah, this, you're gonna have to get used to this if you come to check out my channel. I am terrible at video games. I see. Okay. I more just point forward. I thought I was trying to hold up to move forward, but what I'm actually doing is becoming beauty and grace itself. So yeah, as we enjoy this lovely little moment with these beautiful flowers, let me take some time to introduce myself. I'm AndAndYes, as you may assume from the name of the stream, and I have been wanting to stream for a while now. Lovely. I love that. You know, I have such an interest in... Hello? Whoa, high speeds. I have such an interest in art and, you know, video game as an art format, all of that. And what I wanted to do was kind of make a Twitch channel where we could play some games that, you know, games are works of art, and we could talk about art. Like this one. This is Gorgionis. And yeah, by talking about games and works of art and all of the above, you know, we can form a community that really centers around, you know, wanting to share and engage with and enjoy like artwork. And so you might, if you were here on the stream, notice that I say, you know, it's my first stream. I'm gonna be playing Flower, and also going to be doing what I'm calling art corners. And so what that is basically what I'm hoping for is giving you guys, my viewers, the opportunity to send in works of art that you've made, whether that be painting or, you know, like a short story or a short film. And yeah, we just kind of engage with them and share amongst each other the artwork that we're working on, what's making us obsessed, what's interesting us. And it is, I think, in the world, a particularly interesting time to be an artist. There's a lot going on. Yeah, this is nice. There's a lot going on, but having opportunity to, I don't know, prove our art in that sort of hecticness, I think, is an exciting concept. And I want to be a space for people to engage with art judgment-free and share their art, you know, also judgment-free. And so, to that effect, yeah, if anyone wants to submit to an art corner, on my Twitch page, there's a sort of, you know, who I am, what I'm doing, and one of those things is the art corner. Hang on, all of this is gray. Can I come over here and get some flowies? No, that's probably later. So lovely. Might want to go over. Oh, I haven't finished that one yet. Yeah, so there's an email there, and if you write me through the email, send some of your work over, then I'm thinking every, like, Friday, I know today isn't a Friday, but every Friday from, like, you know, 6:30 to 7, 6 to 7, depending on how much art I get sent in. I just want to take time to, you know, like, look at the art and, you know, read the story, talk about it. And hopefully, as interest in sharing art grows, so too will the community that comes to engage with the art being shared. And what I really, really want is to hopefully give people a space where they can show off their art to people that would potentially be interested in, you know, seeing more of it. You know, share your name, share your social media. I'm also noticing just now over here that the game on my OBS is running a little framey. So let me just take a second and see if I can do something about that. Actually, it looks fine now. Huh. I wonder. Hopefully it's all fine. Let's see. Anyway, the game's playing itself for me, so. One more moment. This is, you know, if you come to watch the stream more often, you most definitely are gonna have to get used to stuff like this because, like I said, this is my first time doing this. And it's awesome, it's exciting, but I'm also terrible with technology. You know, I can manage an email and, no, I want all the flowers. I can manage an email and that's about all I've ever had to do, work-wise. And so trying to become an OBS master has definitely been a labor of love. But yes, so Art Corner, there's an Art Corner happening today. It's a bit of a surprise as to what's actually gonna be showcased in the Art Corner, but I'm sure, you know, if any of you guys ever see this, you're gonna love it. And let me just say, I am so excited to meet you all. You know, there's never a guarantee in any kind of entertainment that, you know, what you're doing will take off, but I don't know, I just kind of feel it. I'm going to, you know, I'm gonna get to meet some people and you're gonna be lovely. Achievement unlocked, discovery. Yeah, I mean, I started the channel, as I was sort of mentioning earlier, from this place of having a thirst to give people a place to share their art because, you know, outside of a couple of really close friends, I could never quite find that all-encompassing spot in which, you know, people wanted art and people wanted the art shared and showed and, you know, loved and touched. And so to that effect, it's exciting that I'm able to do that now. Whoa, swirl me up. Wow. This is a cool game. I mean, this is like a work of art. The music, the sort of visuals, I don't know, the general aesthetic of it is really, really lovely. And just like that, I've solved global warming. I was out with some buddies yesterday evening, and I was telling them that I'm kicking off this. I was telling them that I'm kicking off this project, and they were like, "Oh, cool." They were like, "Oh, like what are you doing for like Twitch emotes?" And I was like, "Huh?" Like, to be quite honest, I've never I actually haven't spent that much time as a Twitch viewer before I decided to become a Twitch streamer. Once again, the screen, it's so interesting, and these little like there's momentary cutscenes that they go through, and it does not show up on the up here. All right, this time I was gonna say let's speed run it, like we'll go so fast. I don't really want to. I don't think that this kind of game, that's not really what I am encouraged to do, nor is it what I feel I want to do. I want to, you know, go over this sprawling world and discover all this wonderful stuff and be the flower that makes the grass less gray. That said though, seeing these moves, blink, blink, plonk. Flower, but it's directed by Christopher Nolan. So every like 20 seconds, it goes chomp 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 chomp, and you can't hear anything that anyone is saying over how poorly mixed the music is compared to the dialogue. That's my kind of game. Chomp 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 chomp. Thank you. Yeah. Whoopsie. Alright, I'll just do a loop around. I feel like trying to slow down to get the flowers typically isn't the right play, because at slower speeds the pedals don't really control as well. Wow. Oh, they broke Stonehenge. The Brits are gonna be pissed. Oh, hello. Now you are a rock. Before you were a blob, and now you are a rock. Before you were a blob, and now you are a rock. I see those flowers over there. I'm just gonna swing around for nice entry. Oh, are these the ones I got already? I believe they are. And get them I did. That is nice. So yeah, I can't wait for you all to show up. I'm really looking forward to meeting you guys and not just making terrible jokes about, you know, peaceful video game directed by a non-peaceful director, you know, very noisy director and peaceful game. No, I wanna be able to bounce off you guys. I wanna be able to, oh, lovely, to chat all properly. I am gonna go up here, but I did also see the other flowers up on the other side. Zoom. Yeah, that's true. Me when I. And also, I want game recommendations and other recommendations. Like, this isn't gonna only be a channel for games. I might have like some music streams. I've talked already about the art corners that I'm planning on doing, and you know, as my confidence in streaming goes up, like, you know, there's no saying what else I'll be doing, because for right now, I'm you know, I chose this game, to be quite honest, because when I saw screenshots of it, it looked peaceful. It looked like something that I didn't have to devote like a ton of my brain power to. And then, you know, thinking about like those streamers that play like, you know, Valorant and Fortnite, that like, you know, at certain points in the game are quite like focus intensive, but they talk at the same time and like, you know, talk really well. Like, that's impressive. Like, I'll be playing like Smash Brothers with a friend and like, I'll be like, yeah, I can't talk right now. Like, your Rob is kicking my ass. Whoa. Yeah. It's also like, not that I ever played this game, but I did hear about it. And I remember when I was a kid, the game came out and I was like, I want to play it. And my mom was like, no. I don't really remember for what reason, but is it called The Blob? Da Blob? It's like you're a little paint guy and you jump around and you make things not gray anymore. I don't know. Da Blob. Da Vinci? You guys remember that one? Da Vinci? Damn, Daniel. In before everyone's like, wow, you really dated this stream. Like, no. It's been like, what, 10 years since Damn Daniel? Maybe? I don't know, I wanna do a Hey Siri, when did Damn Daniel happen? But I think then my streaming career might end before it's even taken off. Oh, I'm supposed to be getting these. Well, it's supposed to be. I feel like this game doesn't really push you that hard to do one thing or another. It pushes you to enjoy yourself. Which I am. I'm enjoying myself. And, you know, don't get me wrong. We're not just going to be playing, like, you know, these sort of, like, peaceful meditation type games all the time. You know, I've got some stuff loaded up that looked really interesting to me, and hopefully is interesting to you guys. And, you know, games that I haven't heard that much about or haven't even heard of at all. And so, you know, being able to engage with art in that kind of way, and, like, I mean, it's so presumptuous of me to say, like use a platform to, like, share art, but, like, I want to establish a platform with the hope of being able to give people a space in which they can share their art, like, you know. And, you know, maybe I'll even share some of my art sometime. I mean, yeah, this streaming thing at the moment, I suppose, is my art, I guess, for lack of better self-understanding, to be honest. Like, I don't know, this is the thing that has gripped me at the moment, and it's what I'm choosing to use my time doing. And all I'm hoping is that you guys get a kick out of it. Like, I don't know, it's something, and I feel like I can say stuff like this because no one's even here that I'm aware of. It's a bit of a, like, last resort, I guess. Like, you know, I think a lot of artists spend a lot of time convincing themselves that, well, convincing themselves both ways, convincing themselves that every single little thing they do is the most magical thing that the world is ever going to be graced with, and then the absolute sort of, oh, I'm blue now, not hilarity, but, like, the double-edged swordness of that, which is, like, you know, then convincing yourself that the art doesn't have meaning, which I've done over and over again on cycles. It's like, you know, like, loving something that I've made, being really excited about it, and then feeling too excited and feeling too, like, full of myself, I suppose. Being like, no, like, there are other people doing great things too. I don't know who needs to hear this, but just because other people are doing wonderful things doesn't diminish or change the wonderful things that you do. You know, your art and your sort of world, your perception of the world is beautiful and valid and wonderful. You know, assuming you're not hateful. But yeah, this is my art at the moment, I suppose. My hopes to show that I'm doing something worthwhile, just to myself. I think, you know, that's what people want, is to show themselves that they're doing something good in art, which is, you know, in my opinion, like, an inherently narcissistic, like, pursuit. Not in the sense of, like, everyone who does art is a narcissist, because that's crazy talk. More sort of the thought process of, like, you have beliefs and feelings and you pour them into this art, and the act of creation is an act of reflection. Like, narcissism maybe then is the wrong word. It's maybe more like self-recognition, I don't know, self-value, I think maybe is the right way to put it. And I don't know, it's beautiful. And it's got to be one of the weirdest things that someone has decided to talk about the first ever time they've streamed. You know, I go, hi, I'm AndAndYes. AndAndYes today we're going to be talking about how art is inherently narcissistic and potentially drive away the very, like, you know, viewer base that I'm hoping to cultivate at some point in time. You know, art is the best. That's why I love it so much, and that's why I want to give it time. Also, Mom Fuel. It's not like a sponsor or anything. It's just like, this Mom Fuel mug is like as big as my head. Whoa. Also, I know I haven't been talking like a ton about the game, especially not the last, like, you know, 10, 15 minutes, but this is gorgeous. I love it. Oh, I like that little dum dum bum bum. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, there we go. Oh. I was trying to control it with the mouse keys, but then I got WASDed. It was not working with the mouse, or not the mouse keys. Whoa! I didn't even do that. With the arrow keys is what I meant. Take me again. This is a cool level. I like this one a lot. Skirt. Yeah, why not have a world where instead of cars, we have flowers that you ride on? Has anyone ever thought of this before? I feel like this is a good idea. Perhaps even a $1 million idea. But I think most people are just probably not ready to hear that. Where am I off to? Whoa. Me missing. Alright, me missing again. Let's take it around the other way. Boom, 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 boom. Whoever made this game has and had a real wicked vision. This game's cool as hell. And I just hope that it's not terrifyingly laggy in the actual Twitch chat. Or on Twitch is what I mean. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe at some point to get a second monitor, so that I can OBS and game on, you know, 2 different screens, but at the time being, I'm rocking with that one monitor setup, so I can't really see how the game is going, which I think is really funny. It's like I keep saying, like, you know, if you're gonna hang out and have a fun time here, you're gonna probably have to get used to a lot of growing pains in the world of technology and hardware and Twitch chat and but that's not to say that it won't be worth your while. I think it very much will be, you know, an enjoyable experience for all who come across. Yeah. Now I have the power of flight. Yeah. Where to? I am the wind, right? I'm not making that up. I am... Yeah, I'm the wind. And these are my flower babies. Dude, sick air. New. That's nice. I feel like that's been all the stream is me, you know, saying that, you know, narcissism is inherent in artwork, and then just saying that's nice over and over again. It is nice. It's pleasant. It's, I don't know. And yeah, it's nice to have you here. Well, I keep saying that, you know, nice to have you here. Nice to assume that you will be here soon. Which, you know, by the time you've discovered this, you know the you that I'm talking about, and that you is you. How's that for a brain teaser? What the? Ice powers? This is kind of just like, whoa. It's kind of just like, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. The Ice Princess, who has the ice powers. I can't really think of any other, like, movie or TV show or comic book where there's been a character with ice powers. Isn't that kind of crazy? That the only ever ice power is the princess in Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Also, I don't really know what the deal is with, like, you know, being a joker on Twitch, but hello? Yes. That was a joke, obviously. What? No. Alright, and now. No, stop pushing me this way. I want to get those blues. The blues. And then we go down this way, and it should force the perspective. Yes. Beautiful. I feel like, yeah, maybe I should just be going faster. I feel like this will take me down, like, round in a loop, and I can get the ones that I missed next time. Whoa, careful, my pedals. Careful. Yes. Play that xylophone. Wow. Yeah, I like this level a lot. This is cool. With the cave and the wind turbine. Whoa. Whoa. Dude, this is like Sonic. Pardon me. I'll edit that out in post. Get it? The joke is because it's live. I can't edit out something that's live. Oh man. We have fun. Blink, plonk. And then they all start up. Yes. This is how we save the world from global warming, I'm pretty sure. Right? Those ones are only two-pronged. Unless the third prong is hidden. Take me in. He's loose. Alright, you wind, you wind, you wind. You circle. And then it's good eats. I didn't get them all. Oh, now I'm the wind turbines. Aw. This game is a delight. A real treat. Yeah. I've been meaning to get to this game for a little while. And it just never quite happened. But I decided, yeah. A pleasant game for a first stream. That sounds nice. Do it. Yes. 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 Rarely have I ever popped off so hard to see some wind turbines moving. But this time, oh yeah, baby. And now I'm the wind turbine. Best game of 2022 so far. Flower. When did this game actually come out? It's like 2016, right? Well, 2016 is a good year for wine. Yeah, nice, nice. Inch by inch, row by row, I'm gonna make this garden grow, flower grow. I don't remember. It's a weird one. Yeah, take me in. You think, how long is this game? Do you think I could just, oops, you know, just run through it? Maybe, who knows? I have to skip those little cutscenes because for some reason they're not popping up on the OBS, like, which is weird, but these are big flowers, or I'm a small. Is this Katamari Damacy? It's kind of like Katamari Damacy. I love the musicality of this game. It's like the Alice in Wonderland. Like, you know, the flowers that sing and talk, and they're nice. Am I gonna become electricity now? Are you guys, well, again, I say you guys, I'm sort of speaking into the void at the moment. You know, just me here by myself. It reminds me of never mind, it reminds me of myself. But yeah, are you guys, the hypothetical you guys, more a fan of beers or wines? Whoa. Personally, I'm a beer guy. Am I going somewhere in particular? Sorry, am I just lighting this space up? It seems that way, yeah. Little bioluminescence. Dude, I wish I was bioluminescent. What the heck? Imagine how annoying I could be to people. Run down the street, it's a dark night, everyone's minding their own business. What? It's the bioluminescent boy. Just glowing blue. I'd be like that guy from Big Fat Liar, the Frankie Muniz film. Except instead of being painted blue, I would be like luminescent blue, like that. It's a good thing I was paying attention a little bit, so I know if you just go around in circles, then you can make the hay blue. Not that, you know, not to imply that, you know, this game doesn't need to be paid attention to. I think this game is a work of art, sincerely and thoroughly. Just it's also a really nice game that isn't, you know, too hard on the old cranium, where I can chat and, you know, get comfortable with it by myself for the first time. And you guys, I don't know if this stream will ever, you know, make it onto like my VOD's channel or anything, but I mean, it's a good practice, right? Yeah, it's a good practice so that when I inevitably meet you guys, it's gonna be Liddy. Damn Daniel and Liddy, that's what you signed up for. Do any of these flowers ever just burst out of the floor? You guys like Tim Robinson? I like him a lot. Do any of these fuckers Beautiful. Not gonna worry too much about the mistakes. I'll get to all of them. You. Yeah. Isn't this that movie Signs? Where the aliens keep putting stuff on the ground? I haven't seen it actually, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do really enjoy this night level. The last level was also a lot of fun. And just like cozy vibes. It maybe is gonna sound weird given what I'm playing at the moment. I've never really been like one for like cozy games. Like, I don't know. Not that I need my games to be like jam-packed with action, but just like, you know, like Animal Crossing never really interested me all that much. There's a game a buddy of mine played called Cozy Grove, which made me think of, you know, the cozy game conundrum. But this game I can get into. It's a bear. What? For real, this is a twist I did not see coming. Well, we gotta find out what's going wrong. It's like a Ben 10 bad guy. Can I light you up? Oh, I can ride the wind to get a little extra speed boost. This is scary. What the heck? What if I'd been faked out? This is just like a spooky guy game. What's going on over there? Oh, an electrical storm? Or a lightning storm, I suppose I should say. Huh. What a strange place to leave the level. I wonder if we'll get any answers in the next level. Bring it up. Unless electricity is evil? Ew? Could it be? Oh, you poor thing. I want to help these flowers. Yeah, can't stop, won't stop. Oh yeah, I forgot these things don't play on the OBS for some reason, but this does. What is that, like a tulip? A lily? I really don't know flowers very well. That's maybe the one thing this game needs. It's like a little educational, where it's like, that's an orchid. Are orchids, am I like totally insane? I think I heard somewhere like orchids aren't flowers, they're like a different kind of plant. But that can't be right, right? That's, oh, what the? Huh. That's gotta be like something someone made up. And potentially that person being me. Why did it get so dark-sided? Where is the flower? Here. And here. Don't crush my flowers. The discordant guitar. Is it post-apocalyptic? Is that what it's trying to go for? I mean, I can understand it, but it's just I think are we freezing we're freezing things, right? Like, are we trying to preserve like whatever is left? I wish there was a drift. Skirt. Now freeze you. Freeze you. Hell no. It's that libertarian guy. Hell no. Yeah. What? Wait, what is going on? Stop. Am I dead? Is that, what the, they're all burned. Hey, we have my first ever chatter. Hey HSE, what game is this? It's a game called Flower. Welcome to my stream. This is my first time streaming. How are you doing? Oh, I control a flower and I fly around and try not to get electrocuted at this part, which is harder than it looks. Oh, and I freeze stuff, I think. And it might be post-apocalyptic, but who knows? Oh, hi. Do you mind if I ask, how does it look? Because it's a little framey on my OBS, but I can't tell if that's just the cost of doing business, or if that's how it reflects. No response. HSE's gone missing. How spooky. Mine too. Okay. Well, in that case, I wonder if I can, maybe if I like lower the frame rate in the game. Graphics, screen resolution, grass density. Let's make that low. Oh, HSE has a bad computer. Well, yeah, I mean, me too. I think. I don't know. Maybe this'll, because it looks fine now. And then let's resume, and that actually, yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, cool. At least on my OBS. How does it look on yours, HSE? Isn't that nice? You know, first chatter to ever appear on my stream, and all I do is just have them troubleshoot for me. Yeah, that's what you sign up for. Everyone who comes to my stream is my personal editor and troubleshooter. Don't electrocute me. Is this frozen already? Is this post-apocalyptic? Are we even gonna get anything this year? Alright, that looks frozen, kind of. Alright, onward. Over and under and... Oh, HSE says, am I getting paid for troubleshooting? You wish. Am I getting paid for this? Well, maybe, hopefully one day. Yeah, I guess if I make enough money, you can get some troubleshooting bucks. HSE, make sure you stick around. We're having our first art corner later today, after we just defeat these evil pillars, freeze them to death. And I don't know if you're an artist yourself, but you know, if you are. What's art corner? I explained it a little earlier in the stream, but obviously you weren't here, so it would make sense that you would ask that. Basically, Art Corner is this thing I'm going to be doing about once a week, kind of like a just chatting segment where, you know, over the week, viewers of mine can send in, can send in like artwork that they've made, and you know, paintings, drawings, videos, stories, music, photography, all of the above, and I will be sort of like showing off the art and chatting about it a little bit. And, you know, if they leave their name and like a social media, then, you know, I want people to be able to get exposure for their art. It's important to me. And I like to think that it's important to a lot of artists as well. Encouraging a space not sort of about competition, but rather about like support, like mutual support, supporting one another. Yeah, thanks. I think it's cool too. And if you want to get involved, you know, if you have anything, my email is in the About section of my Twitch page. And that's where you should send your stuff to. Goes without saying, you know, avoid discriminatory language, and if you're doing like film art, you know, try and avoid things like nudity or like extreme gore. Just because for me to be able to do this and to continue doing this, I have to make sure that Twitch doesn't ban me forever. I don't want to end up relegated to one of those, like, you know, like Facebook streaming. Yeah. Alright, so have the flowers ended the world yet? Me completely misunderstanding the point of the game. Yeah, let's turn off their power. And then Christopher Nolan music. Jump, 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 jump. And the flowers are like, jump, 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 jump. The dark flower rises. Yeah. We just gotta freeze it all, and then maybe they'll explain to us why we're freezing. What if it's one of those games where it's like, you know, you do all this stuff and then it's like, and you were the bad guy the whole time. These cute little flower petals were evil, and you enabled them. Ugh. No, for real though, this game is lovely. This game is such a treat. The music, the visuals, the fact that I don't, you know, get screamed at by someone like 10 years my junior when I like miss a shot. It's great. Chum, 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 chum. Tag yourself. I'm the purple petals. Are you winning? Says HSE. I don't know. I think so. I don't know if I'm like missing stuff. Like, what if I go up this hill? It's a good point. I think it's actually just the way that it was going to take me anyway. Hey, it's Wasteland City. HSE, are you winning? They should make a competitive multiplayer version of this game. Stop, I hate that. That actually is so, like, it's so stressful. It's so horribly stressful when that happens. I don't want my cute flower guys to get hurt. And then it gets so aggressive with the lighting when, alright, go under, and don't get burned, No! No! Can you die? I'm trying not to. I'm a flower. Yeah. Yeah, that's the game. It's called Flower. But I don't think flowers can ever die, right? That's sort of the mystique of flowers, is they live forever in the beautiful memory. Whoa. Zoom. Skirt. Skirt. Skeet skeet. Alright, so whoa. Do not. Ah! Dude, this is hell. This is just like the Lorax. I told you. Ah! No, what the hell? Was that scripted? Can I go back? I missed a bunch of flowers. No, I cannot go back. Dude, I thought they were gonna straight up kill. Boss fight? Boss arena? What? It doesn't let me go to the boss. Oh, that one stayed kind of gross because I don't think I did very well with that level. Okay, well. Let's go. Level 6. No. I choose not to. Game did not like that one little bit. Alright, let's go into the vortex and get zapped. Aw, it's healing the world. That's a very weird angle to choose. Yeah, am I choosing the angle? I think I am. Here we go. Get out of here. Stinky man-made? No. We're going back to just flowers. It's like nothing, no other humans, and just like a bunch of flowers. Thank you. Thank you. What if I said thank you for every single flower petal that I picked up? Thank you. Whoa. Dude, we saved the world. Yeah, it is nice, isn't it, HSE? HSE, you and I saved the world. You were here. You were here, and you were a flower in my heart. What the heck? I was just saying earlier, I don't really understand emotes very well, but that's gotta be one of the most unsettling emotes I've ever seen in my entire life. What is that, like a robot skull? It's like the horrible sun emoji on the iPhone. Just kidding. Horrible. It's just a smile? No, that looks like one of those, like, you know, like Momo smiles. Like, you know, the creepy Momo. If I know I haven't implemented, I'm trying to at some point get the Twitch chat to show up here so that, you know, in like VODs and stuff, like, you know, people can see all of that. So I know that no one just saw the creepy smile that took place right up there, at least on my view. But I'll try and replicate it. It was sort of like yeah, kind of like that. So yeah, that's what we offer here is being bad at video games and creepy emojis. That's my real smile, says HSE. Lovely. We'll make great friends, you and I. All right, take me through. You hear that screech? Oh yeah, also, how's the game volume, HSE? Can you hear like the piano plink-plinks going on in the back? Or does it need to be bumped up? Oh, you said, yeah, it's beautiful. Just like your smile. Look, this is the city that we destroyed. We killed a lot of people as flowers. You and me, HSE. Alright, which way you want us to go? Probably this way, right? HSE says nice one. Boom! Pew! Pew! I don't get this game, says HSE. It's more just like a vibe, I think. Like, oh wait, can I break this stuff now too? Am I strong enough? Like, I think, whoa. Ah. Yeah, you're just like flower. You're just some flower dudes. And you're just like, you know, either saving the world or like destroying it. Dealer's choice. It's very meditative. Meditative. Whoa. Hidden flowers. Is that how you say that? Meditative. Oh yeah, baby. Hidden flowers. No. Take me around. Nope. Nope. Yes. Nope. Yeah. Yes. This is my favorite part of the game is trying to precision control to get the 3 blue flowers. They're hidden flowers. And that's the point of the game. Is 100%ing it. It's not about the immaculate vibes or the beautiful curated music or the wonderful message. What do the different colors mean? I think the blue ones are just like a bit rarer. It really is like Da Blob. I don't know, is that the name of the game? HSC, have you ever heard of this? This game called Da Blob that came out ages and ages ago? Is basically just like you play as like a blob and you're trying to like, you know, make things less gray by jumping around like a city. Alright, I gotta maybe break the swing set. Nope. Oh. Yeah, I used to play that one a long time ago. Okay, I never played it, but was it good? Was it fun? I wanted it, but my mom wouldn't let me have it. Oh, go down the slide. Even though I've never played it, 6 out of 10. Even though I've never played it, personally I resonate with Da Blob quite a lot. He's my imprint character, for sure. Amorphous and colorless. So HSE, you're gonna tell all your friends about my stream, right? This is the promise that we're making together right now. Is you're gonna tell everyone you know this awesome no-name streamer that you came across? Hell yeah, that's what I want to hear. A resounding yes. And then take me down. Time to go on the Jumpinator. Wait, I went up here already. Alright, so how am I supposed to make these ones not gray? What other games do you play? This and that. I played... I don't know, I've been playing like some roguelites recently. Love me some Isaac, it's a classic. Oh, that's how you get it to go. Oh, both of them at the same time. Hell yeah. I've been playing some Isaac. Slay the Spire is always a good time. Don't know really about the like streaming potential that Slay the Spire has. I don't know if people would like... I don't know if people get like ravenous over Slay the Spire. Like, I love playing it, but I don't know how interesting I would find like just watching it. You know, unless the person I think was either really good or really bad. You don't know that one? That's okay. It's a roguelite deck builder. If that's something that interests you, then cool. If that's a genre that interests you, I mean. Otherwise, you know, it's like a to each their own, I suppose. I can't really turn around, can I? Oh, hell yeah. Blink. Plonk. Blink. What games do you play, HSE? Chess? Haha. Get it? Cause your name? Whoa. Boss fight? Stop. Go away, I'm too strong now, I can burst through you. Bink. HSE, you like to watch people play games. That's fair. So you don't really play them much yourself? Yeah, I can get behind watching people play some games. I don't know, I have to kind of be interested in the game. Not chess. I like chess. I don't know if I could watch chess, but chess is fun to play. Well, I don't know, it's one of those games that I always get my like ass kicked in. I fucking suck at chess. Almost as much as I suck at flour. Pom. Ham. Pom. Ham. Bomb. Crushing it. I wouldn't mind being a little ball of light breaking up big energy pylons. Ha! And you go, oh, every time you do it. Ha! Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, we're rebuilding the world. Frozen world. This is like Frozen. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. My singing, right? It's beautiful. I actually did the voices in this game. I did the one that goes, and then chum 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 chum. Oh, take me in. I said take me in. Take me in. It doesn't want to. Not allowed. Alright, should I go for the big one? For the big, or should I get these little ones first? Chum 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 chum. Yes, the world is now belonged to the flower. Alright, let's get him. Don't you see? These spells don't work on me anymore. I'm too strong for you, traveler. You ever seen Potion Seller? Oh man, Potion Seller is a good time. My potions are too strong for you, traveler. You can't handle my strongest potions. Potion Seller. It's a video worth watching, but yeah, you can watch it after this stream is done, I think. No need to click off now. You know, we're in the swing of things. We're having a conversation, some rapport back and forth. Also, For being my first streamer or my first viewer. I'm extremely grateful for how long you've stayed, and I am really hoping that you'll stick around for the art corner, because some cool stuff happening there, and I definitely want someone to be able to see it. Where am I? Yeah, break apart this stinky metal. Stinky metal. Ew, yucky. Take the world back to just being flowers, please. Stinky metal. Yeah. Yeah, get out of here. I'm not scared of you anymore. You used to... Oh, the last petal? What is that? It's the room that we started in. Oh. And it's the very first flower. And now you become frozen. Just like... Whoa! Would not have seen that coming. What a treat. Yeah, see, HSE, you're like, what's the deal with this game? I like to think it speaks for itself. It is cute, yeah. And once again, it appears we've run into the problem where the cutscenes don't load on OBS, so nice. Well, that was Flower. That was wonderful. I mean, you know, just to take a second to talk about it. I don't know, it's very peaceful. It's very meditative, and it doesn't really demand a lot. And just look at this. I feel so bad for this flower. I was so bad on that level. But it's meditative, and it doesn't demand. Rather, it takes the player by the hand and goes, you know, come on. Like, it's not, you have to come with me. It's not so in your face as to be overwhelming, but rather it is, I don't know, a treat, a delight. And yeah, and also like short. I think it hit that sweet spot for me of like, you know, unless it's a longer game that I'm playing over multiple experiences, like, you know, a one sit down game, you know, an hour and 15 minutes, that's like perfect. And I think perfect for my first stream too. So I'm going to get this off the screen. Yeah, no more music, just me now. And it's time to get into Art Corner, I think, you know. Usually I'm gonna kick these off around 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, but it sort of depends on, you know, how much time is like given and how much art I have each day that I'm showing off. So yeah, usually it'll be more like half an hour, but I'm not opposed to turning it into 45 minutes, an hour. But yeah, this is the very first Art Corner. So allow me to introduce to you this wacky little book. My buddy Lizzie moved into this new place recently. I was telling her all about this this idea that I wanted to do the Art Corner, and she was like, sorry, I'm just changing the category to just chatting. Perfect. Yeah, I was telling her about, you know, this Art Corner that I wanted to do, and like, you know, encouraging like art and reading art and all of this stuff. And she was like, well, I found this like diary when I moved into this new place. So why don't you take it and read it on your stream? And I was like, okay, like, why not? I mean, it's not like, aside from HSE, like, it's not really like anyone's here. HSE, super glad you are here, but, I kind of expected that I would just be doing this by myself. But this would just be good practice for, reading something that I'm not familiar with and, trying to like artistic it up. And so, yeah, once again, if you want to be in an art corner, send me stuff. Make sure to adhere to the sort of guidelines that I put on Twitch. But yeah, I would love to make this a weekly or twice weekly thing. But yeah, so to kick it off, this weirdo diary. And yeah, first of all, just to say, if you end up seeing this somehow and this diary does belong to you, get in touch and I suppose like take better care of your stuff. Bring your stuff with you when you leave an apartment. I don't really feel too sort of guilty about this one because it clearly can't have been that important to you. And I'm just gonna take these off because I don't need them. I'm not listening to music or anything. So let's kick it off. Here is Random Diary. A bent fondue stick bent over my knee. Why? I can't really remember. Memory comes hard and fast, or not at all. And recently, since I've begun bleeding myself, I lean towards forgetfulness. An overdone technique to write to remember, but overdone for a purpose, with meaning. An overdone technique to write expecting someone will receive, but uselessly overdone. I expect nothing new to come from this. I expect nothing new to come from me at all. So here I am, if it so pleases. I haven't eaten fondue for a long time, but it's one of those real classic fondue sticks. Two-pronged and sharp, very handy. The one shiny gray metal has dulled, and the points of the fork are red with rust. But I can trust it. The wooden handle is doing all right, but has lost its shine. The shine would be on my hand by now, but my hand isn't fresh. All that was once fresh is lost. Is cheese a fresh ingredient? Hard to say. What I mean is that anything that needs to be kept in a refrigerator is no longer for me. I've got dried snacks and enough instant coffee to overstimulate an elephant. My knee is fine, so I won another fight against an inanimate object. If I remember correctly, I had a small bruise in a straight line across my leg after the fight with the fondue stick. Not enough damage to dote, though. Trust me, I'm not proud. In terms of utility, first is my bent fondue stick. Next is my ink. If the fondue stick wasn't bent, then it would be even better. Easier to avoid slipping and stabbing myself. When I do that, the blood is useless. I would probably say that my desk is my object with the third most utility. Even then, though, there's still the floor. Also important could be the door, or the locks. I forget about them. The one thing I'm worried about running out of is ink. Funny, 4 paragraphs in and I'm already worried about running out of ink. That's what makes this interesting, I suppose. It exists as a fixed period of time, for me at least. I only have so much ink, so many pens, so it doesn't matter when I start writing. If I'd started 15 minutes ago, I would be done 15 minutes earlier. I choose to start now, and I'll be done when I'm done. I only hope that I'm capturing the most important parts. There's no extending what must be consumed. Know what I sacrificed to remember. Writing about the blood and the flies causes them to descend upon me faster. It's important that I know, though, and that I share. So I will write about the blood if I need to, which I already have. Okay, stay with me. I'm gonna get up and check outside. I just need to wipe the window, but it's important that I don't get dust on my fingernails. Outside, it's the same. The people don't look up. They're walking mindlessly, carelessly even, if one sees a difference. I often throw things out the window. I feel the need to preface this with something. I used to look up at the sky. That's how all of this started, if it wasn't known. The sky throws things at me. I looked up at the sky, and the sky looked at me with its massive red eye. It decided to throw things at the building I have made my home. My home, midway between the ground and the sky. The sky threw hands at me. Anything that could be called a hand. Plastic hands, sticks and branches from trees, even a child's drawing of a star with one point torn off and pasted where I could only imagine a thumb would be. I kept looking up and I challenged the sky. I challenged the sun. Now I lock my window. One day my hand will fall from the sky, chasing me. As it falls, it will push all of its fingers together into a point and pierce my eyes, my head. I will die this way. I know it. The sky is coming for my hand. So now I throw. I throw, but I hope that nobody looks up to see where the detritus comes from. If they look up at me, then they too will become undone the same way I was. Up here, nobody can challenge me, and I hope nobody does. This is mine. Mine to throw. I do it like this. I unlock my window, then stand back. I take a shoe from the floor and use it to push the window until it hangs loosely from the hinges, squeaking, and I stand with my back to the bathroom, front door just to the left of the window, desk just right, bed further right from the desk, though I hardly sleep. I never throw anything I need. See, bent fondue stick, ink, desk, door, locks, floor, but I'll toss anything else. I wait where the fuzzy carpet has been indented with the sweat that leaks from me when I throw. I wait until I am signaled to go, my hand pulsing, louder with the swarm and buzz. Once I'm done, I grab the string tied to the window and pull it back until it's safe to lock it. I then look and wait to see what happens. It won't be anything, if they're lucky. Once I hit someone. A slice of cheese. Cheap. Pfat. The noise echoed around the street, back up to my tasteless spine. A parent with a cheese-plastered forehead releasing the stroller they had wound their fists around to unkindly greet me. I won't recount what they shouted, as I'm barely good at exposition, let alone dialogue, and I won't recount my counter. It was a very clever counter, if I can say so myself. Loud enough that it would escape my closed window. I didn't apologize. That would make it worse. Months had grown into the warm cheese, and now the gorgeous stench was no longer my own. The cheese would have been a gift if they hadn't taken note of it. The cheese wouldn't release them, and they had looked up to challenge me. To unburden myself, I must burden others. I heard once a story about a person having awesome ideas and extrasensory experiences in which they were told, over and over, that they were a mother. I recall this misty haze forming around them. Maybe I'm imagining things again, or misremembering. What am I even doing? What's the point of retelling this story that isn't even here? All I mean to say is that the person from the story knew what it was like to walk freely, even in the depths of uncomfortable awareness. I understand this sentiment now. I too am a mother. It is horrifying. I have to clean the fondue stick more frequently every day. The putrid burning invades my pores, accompanied by a sick sweetness. Someone is shouting something outside, and I can only assume it's for me. I must mother myself, and I despise myself. Even when I'm careful, the dust collects under my fingernails. They're ready now. I curl up on the floor and feel the heavy familiarity of the sweat puddle on the carpet comfort my nose. I keep my hand far away from the body, writing this idly. The hand points to the window, but I'm not sure I can say that was my choice. My eyes stray to the door, and the two locks, one rusty and one coarse. The other shiny and new. They are both me, the old me and the new me. Which is which? That's a joke. The old me is the new lock. The new me is the old lock. Just like the crusty lock, whenever someone bangs on the door, tiny shards of me fall away and, while potentially reattachable, are certainly more trouble than they're worth. My hand got the scent of my eyes and weakly reached towards the old lock. I told my hand not to touch that lock, and my hand agreed. After all, it's my hand. But then I felt bad about being so harsh to myself. I got up and offered my hand to the new lock. As the sleek metal was being caressed by me, I felt sad. My hand was unsatisfied, but that wasn't why I was sad. Why was I sad? I don't remember. I allowed my hand to touch the rusted lock, and to rut itself against the sharp, red metal. I made sure not to bleed, but I allowed myself close. The scabs came apart slightly and mingled with the shredding metal, and it felt like wet sandpaper. I could see my eyes in the torn up scabs. I hated it, and commanded my hand away. My hand, chafed and blushing, followed me back onto the floor. The brown and black lock looks a little like me, looking at it now. Chocolate fondue. Come on. Chocolate fountain. That's okay. The fountain flows. Chocolate fondue. Imposter. It's inauthentic. I don't think I would have bent my fondue stick if I had been eating chocolate fondue. That's the other thing about chocolate fondue. People lose respect for the fondue stick and start dipping their disgusting little fingers into the chocolate. The mulch smell of the dirt water under their fingernails in the pot is enough to turn my stomach. Is this a joke? If I had eaten chocolate fondue, then I wouldn't have bent my fondue stick, which is great. But I would have dipped my disgusting little fingers into the chocolate, and the chocolate would have gone black with filth. Chocolate should be dark, but not as dark as what I'm talking about. Unless I'm eating white chocolate fondue? This is horrible. I'm losing my mind. What stimulates the flies? Thinking about them, as I mentioned before. Fed by the blood, I can only imagine that, as the sole keeper of the knowledge of where to find the home of the flies, when I think about them, my hand starts to pulse. This must be because my mind tells my hand to address what it cannot, and the nerves and neurons send the blood to solve an inhuman problem, and it feeds them. I am the one who brings food to their home. Fed by the blood, they grow to look more like me. I see them in the cracks of my wall. I've punched and kicked the brick on the other side, and I see them now in the stains too. I know that brick shouldn't appear as a mirror. I keep going back to look at the sentences I've just written. Fed by the blood, I am forgetting, and they are getting stronger. I just went and soaked my hand in my toilet. Yes, it is gross. I've got no choice. I've plenty of water bottles, but I can't afford to leave my hand in them after my water stopped running. If everyone's water stopped, it would have started again by now. Someone would have complained, and it would have been fixed for everyone. Seeing as it is only my problem, I cannot call a plumber. This is obvious. Anyway, the flies can breathe underwater, so this does little to solve my problem. But it cools the heat, steadies the pulse. I thought it might have been a bad idea since the flies might be drinking the water and strengthening, but I know they feed on my blood. Bite my fingernails. Not now, but then. It's all right. Bleeding myself scratches the same itch as biting my nails. I would say that it's all the same to me, but that would be a blatant lie. I would swap back to biting my nails in an instant. It doesn't hurt to bite my nails. I would swap back to biting my nails if it weren't for the flies. All the scabs on my hand are black, and they never harden. Needless to say, my hand is much more sensitive than when I was simply biting my nails. Also, how grotesque to imagine putting my hand in my mouth after it's been in the toilet. The toilet had cooled my hand, but it's pulsing viscerally as I'm writing this. Like I mentioned, it helps how my hand feels, but does nothing to deter the flies. The flies can't be killed. There are at least 100 eggs under each fingernail, so I can only guess how many flies there are in my hand. The eggs are small and hard to see unless they're all clumped together. They hatch into maggots that are still small but much more noticeable. Noticeable because they move. They can always reproduce and are durable. I've tried drowning them, burning them, crushing them, but nothing works. There's only one way that I know how to stop the flies from spreading into my body. Now I'm thinking about them and they're waking up. I'll reveal how it's done. This should only be read if also suffering from the flies. This is the only way I've found to stop the spread. Please, I know it's annoying that I'm repeating myself, but if this is found, only read this if there is a need to stop the spread. I take the bent fondue stick and position it above my broken fingernails. It's important that I start by using the sharp part of the fondue stick to puncture the black scabs on my hand, and they bubble and foam as they burst. The scabs sound like trying to clap with hands in a bowl of melted cheese. It's important though, because it will provide a channel for my blood to flow through. It also allows for the burning smell of the flies to exit my hand and enter my room. Next, I push the sharp tongs slightly into the remains of the scab, and I place my forehead on the bent fondue stick, and I rest the weight of my head. My fingernails grow back almost daily, so there's always a crunch as I puncture the thin crust that was meant to protect me, but instead has become a home. My nails splinter into my finger with the fondue stick. I push the stick until I can feel it knocking against my bone. Then, and this is very important, I twist the fondue stick until the handle is facing away from me. The two prongs always create a pyramid of meat and shattered nail, but I need it so I can direct my blood as it leaves my body. I must do all 5 fingers on my hand in quick succession until I can see 5 little spikes emerging from the gooey remains of my black scabs. I then hold my hand above a plastic plate and I allow the blood to run out of me. The ruby blood gushes from the ends of my fingers and makes splashing noises as it meets the plate. The blood doesn't stay red for very long. As the flies rush from my hand to follow the blood, it quickly becomes gray and black, oozing out of me to splat onto the plate in distinct piles. My blood has become too thin, and the flies aren't fed enough to grow to a size where each fly can be made out. But it's clear that my tainted blood is alive as it pulses and writhes on the plate. They pulse and move around each other until they start to look like me. The uncountable flies becoming recognizable, contouring up, making cheeks and a strong nose and black, suffering eyes. I once opened my mouth to scream on behalf of the flies, but now I know better than that. This is how I mother myself. Here, I welcome back anyone who is not afflicted by the flies. Reading is allowed again. I bleed and bleed, if you can even call it blood anymore, until my body stops rejecting my hand and the scabs begin to grow back, red and blue for now. Then my head begins to pulse and I need to lie down. My smart brain tells me that I need to eat something or I'll starve myself of blood before I can starve the flies. My swollen brain, however, tells me that I can outmaneuver the flies, and eating will give them the upper hand. That, and I forget everything, so I don't really notice my need to eat. Once I'm up again, I put the plastic plate, now stilled or slowing, into my dresser. Anyway, what's the use of eating if it's not a big, fat, juicy steak? Aren't I owed that by now? I'm aware of what I'm sacrificing and what I'm forgetting. So don't I deserve just one big, fat, juicy steak with all my friends? Oh, and a fondue pot bubbling away in the middle of the table. Cheese fondue. Ridiculous to think otherwise. All sticks not bent. Ridiculous. Someone owes this to me for my service and my patience. More than that, I owe this to myself. I would just need someone else to pay for it. As much as every person in the world, I am deserving of my own happiness. More. I shouldn't have to look down as I throw objects from the window. I shouldn't have to mangle my own body until it's unrecognizable to me. Unrecognizable hand. How was I supposed to know that I would wake up to find flies in my hand? There's no way to know that I'm not allowed to challenge the sky. How could I have known not to bend my fondue stick over my knee? There's really no way I could have known. But I'm punished for it anyway. I deserve to be able to kiss and dance. I shouldn't have to fear my hand as it explores the world, let alone the confines of my own room. I can't touch myself. My body exists as a distant memory. If I follow my mouth down the tubes to its logical conclusion, all that's left for me to see is a pit of scorn and fear. And that pit in my belly is all my body needs to stay energized and escape me. My youth was and continues to be wasted on myself, and the rot I let fester in my body controls me. I suppose I could reason with myself for the price of a big, fat, juicy steak. They came back. They returned once more to challenge me. The stroller was with them, but no longer contained child. They shouted once more to notify me. It seemed they didn't recall exactly where I was, though. Their head darted left and right, and up and up. I cracked the window, flatly extended my arm through, my palm face down. A sign of truce, a sign so they can direct themselves to me. God forbid they accidentally challenged the sky. I am cruel, but the sky is different. The sky would not treat them kindly, parent and child. Parent and sign of child, rather. The sky makes no truces. They silenced. Did they accept me? I couldn't think about it, because there was a distant noise. Smoosh. It got louder and louder, longer too. Then, silence again. I could barely make out something sent from the sky. Then, pthat. Sunk into my wrist was the hand of a bird. Talon? Taken from the bird and forced upon me. A hawk or an eagle. I forget which is bigger. As if still alive, the claws wrapped around my arm and sunk the nail deeper beneath my skin. The wounds welled, then began to weep. I withdrew my arm immediately. I really need my blood. I couldn't sacrifice it to the street. Not to the parent. I can call a truce, but I give no war presents. I've collected all the spilled blood onto another plastic plate. I've tried to remove the bird hand, but whenever I pull on the severed object or attempt to remove a claw, the nails tighten into me and assert themselves in their new home. More blood spews from the useless place above my hand when I touch the bird hand. The bird hand dominates my wrist, where there once may have been a watch. Nothing will follow the blood when it leaves my arm. The bird hand will have to stay. The string that I would usually use to pull the window back to the lock had drifted out above the street, blood-stained and dry. The window is too far to extend my hand out of. I'll get caught again. I have to let it stay that way. I just finished moving my desk away from the window. It now sits in front of the bathroom, blocking the door, but it's away from the window. A little safer this way, even if I now have to crawl under my desk to get to the bathroom, to soak my hand. As I bent down to crawl under my desk, my head rested by the crystal white sweat stains in the carpet, and I couldn't smell anything. I am becoming indistinct. The flies are the only smell I recognize anymore, and their sick burning that I wear like a costume. Sick burning preceded by the rotten fruit of my black, wet scabs. Safe bathroom. Easier to spend time here now. Since I can't lock the window, I know the sky is watching me with its horrible, yellowing eye. The sky can't have my hand. 5 little spikes on the tips of my fingers that want to join the sky tell me that they will kill me one day. They'll kill me by stabbing my eyes and my head, and they'll be fast enough because one day the sky will command them, not me. My hand won't crawl off without me when I'm in the bathroom. I must be imagining things because I think that the bird hand is tightening. I know this now. I am a walking, writing hand. It's easy to picture. I put my middle and ring finger on the desk, then I tuck my thumb into my palm and let the hand on the ends of my pinky and index finger hang, making arms. It starts to walk when I command it to, just like how my body can walk when I command it to. Right below my bony wrist is where my face is. The sky was trying to blind me when it sent the bird hand after me, but it aimed too high. I've spared precious ink to draw a face, my face, below my wrist so that I can see myself, the real me, not the me that the flies try to lead me to believe I am. I am a hand with a hand, and there's a bird hand above my hand, and I have eyes. That's why I have dexterity in my hand and body. They're the same. I'm smoothed over, and my eyes are on my body, and my body is only distinguished by my legs and arms and hand. Tucked thumb. What could it be? I know. It's my secret talent. It's my challenge. I used to wear my thumb next to my arm, but I took it away now, and that's why the sky has a hard time finding me. The sky only got me with the bird hand because I revealed my thumb out the window. My body is my challenge, or rather, that hidden part of my body is my challenge. It's quite wonderful to look at my hand and know that even though I no longer look at the sky, I have my challenge hidden away. It's all getting to my head again. I don't remember falling asleep, but I woke up on my carpet pointing at the window. The sky is staring at me, so I suppose it's getting late. There's a slight pitter-patter against my half-closed window as tiny rodent paws bounce against it, many landing in my room. The sky must be crying or mocking. I've read the last few paragraphs that I wrote. I think that there's no going back now. I won't go back and read anything from this point on. The versions of myself that aren't me are all having a say, and I want nothing to do with it. I need to bleed myself. I need to purge the flies before they burrow beyond my hand. I need to purge the flies before I black out again. Why did I do this? Why did I start writing? All this has brought me is more thoughts of the flies. My pens are running out. My hand is nothing more than flies. There's nothing left for me. When I pierced my fingernail, the bird hand tightened around my hand's neck and squeezed the blood from my wrist. Blood can't reach my hand. I can't afford to spill any blood, but it falls from me, as red as the terror that coils around my face and blindfolds me. There's no burning smell, only iron. No flies follow the blood. I'm on my last pen, and I'm sure my ink is running out. My anguish is my own, as my hand pulses louder, and I hear my heart try faintly against the inevitable. I see myself in my fingernails. I am deserving of my pain, and I am deserving of the sky. I'll take my desk and crush it with the last of my strength, then bring it to the window. I'll let them write on the street now. I will use the floor now. It's all coming up chocolate fondue. But it won't end like this. I've taken a moment and had a small cup of instant coffee. I can feel my effort returning, my own effort, not my heart's. My desire to look upon my hand once more, not the hand pointed into angles and distorted, my real hand, real desire. I am cheese fondue, or at least a chocolate fountain. I'll take the plate from when I was caught by the bird hand and pour the fresh, cooled blood all over my hand. I'll take the mangled mess and I'll rub it against the old lock until the flies take the bait and start to jump. Thrust my hand into the squishy pile of bloody rat hands that I pushed against the wall. I'll crash my finger through the bent fondue stick, past the bone. I'll punch the brick behind the wall until I break through to the other side or something in me gives way. Shatter through the mirror black sheen. Through me. My desk is scattered on the street, but I only need the floor to write, tearing pen and ink until I smash through into the next floor and corrupt all and any that imagine my world as a better place without my hand. The flies are in my eyes. If I'm not mistaken, having the flies in my eyes only allows me to see in black and white. On top of that, the room is covered with black, dripping flies. When I touched my hand to my eyes to shield myself from the splattering of blood, I let them into my head. Embarrassingly enough, I also knocked my dresser open, and the flies from the dead plastic plate have joined together to search for blood. Many are pooling over me, concentrated on my eyes, my hand, and the open wound on my wrist. I am weighed down by them, and I lie on my disgusting carpet as I am swarmed. They noisily buzz in time with the pulsing in my hand and eyes. I'm lucky the notebook was near enough for me to grab. I was wrong. My time writing here isn't set. I couldn't find a pen, but I dipped the bent fondue stick into the dark mass and smooshed the ugly gray bodies onto the page, where they almost noiselessly gurgle. I could have shared more. The ink was inside me. It doesn't matter now. I won't remember anything again, but this will be proof of something. I considered putting the bent fondue stick in my eyes as a final way of rejecting the flies, but I'm not sure what gratuitous end that would serve. Pain for nothing. It's a little funny. Naturally, as I write this, I am a vessel of despair, but it's a little funny. I wanted a big fat juicy steak so bad that I decided to become one. Sarcastic decided. Funnier too, all my friends are eating the steak. Somewhere, far off, a fire alarm starts to ring, assumedly from the acrid burn that weighs on me as much as the flies. The window is open, and some flies are twirling off into the wind. Outside, I challenge the sky for the last time. The sun has gone black in my new vision, and the usual blues and whites are distorted grays. Our black eyes stare into each other. The sky will note my challenge and give me nothing. The sky already sent me my hand. The flies crowded above me begin to sag downwards, closer to us meeting, and they blend and move themselves until the ceiling is a sculpture of my face. It covers the room and glowers at me. Parts of the face collapse as puddles of flies drip. The nose bends with the weight of itself, and flies fall upon me in droves. I am melting into nothingness, as far as I can see with my own filthy eyes. I open my mouth, and the face above me starts to shriek, screaming for me. It echoes into my head and eyes and hands, and I will not move any longer. The face already looks too much like me, so much like me that no one would ever be able to tell the difference. It's going to go out there and live the life I couldn't, while waiting for the face to leave my body. I was too scared, too lonely, and nobody will know that I've disappeared as the face walks through the streets and buys coffee, or hails cabs, or flirts in the bars, people will like the face more. It only screams and screams and is still wittier than I am. Can I rely on the face to do my name justice? If the face is like me, but is better than me, and people will like the face more, then why wouldn't I let the face into the world? Because it's my body, and I brought it here. I bled for it. I hated it. And now the face will have everything I couldn't. It looks like me. It screams like me. Parts of the face disintegrate like me. It has hopeless eyes, just like me. And that's it. I sink after hearing or having to read that. That was... Oh, hey HSE. Didn't realize you were still here. I should have mentioned beforehand, well, first off, thank you for still being here and for sitting through that. I should have mentioned beforehand, when I do these kind of art corners, if it's a reading piece like this one was, I'm just gonna read through it without breaks. You almost regret staying for that. I don't blame you. I would read through without breaks, and then we can talk about it afterwards, which is what I'm gonna do now. And what I have to say is that it is like disgusting and terrifying. And I mean, so my friend Lizzie gave it to me and was like, this is a diary that I found. I don't know if she read it. If she had, she might not have presented it as a diary, because you have to assume that it's a work of fiction, right? I mean, maybe it's better to think about it. Okay, let's say it's not fiction, and the person that wrote this piece, genuinely is believing what they're writing. This being the case, like, that's rather troublesome. But I hope that they're okay, I suppose. And you have to imagine that it's probably like the flies are a form of delusion. Then if you think about it from a fictional viewpoint, like assuming this is fiction, which I believe it is, you can definitely make a case that the character is imagining the flies, but I think that doesn't matter. I think you could make that same argument for any piece of media where it's the main character is imagining the whole story, but even if that's the case, what we see is what we get, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. If all of Star Wars was just the delusions of some guy named Luke, running around with a broom thinking he was a Jedi, it doesn't matter to the viewer. What they're seeing is a great story. Well, it might matter to some viewers, but it doesn't matter to me, is what I'm saying. In this story, assuming it's fiction, the delusions of the main character, or what is actually happening to the main character, regardless of if it's real or fake, it's real to them. Therefore, it's real to me, because I was the one reading it. Also got a nasty paper cut. That's not even really showing up. Well, it looks nasty to me. It doesn't really look nasty, I think, on the webcam, but I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to stop reading. I imagine HSE, you probably wanted to stop listening. But I was compelled to continue reading. I mean, I don't know if you got the same feeling, but I was drawn into the story, into the headspace of this person. It's not a relatable story, I suppose, is where I'll start. I didn't read it and I wasn't OMG, so me. No, I read it and I was can't imagine a worse fate. Also, couldn't be me. but I was drawn into the mindset of this guy. Like, I was feeling it. I was like really imagining what it was like to be there, or what it would be like to be there, which, you know, obviously not very enjoyable. And I suppose, I don't know, that's one of the wonderful things that art can do. It doesn't have to be a story that relates to me in some way, or that is an experience that I've had. But if invited in by the creator or by the artist, you get the opportunity to, like, just get a little understanding of, like, where someone else is coming from, or where someone else's headspace resides. And that's cool as hell. And, like, to that effect, you know, I think this was effective, just not necessarily tasteful, maybe, or nice to read. Yeah, I mean, there's this stuff about, like, the big fat juicy steak, and, like, you know, this guy's like, I'm a hand with a hand. Like, yeah, so, I mean, that was like a very, like, strange paragraph, but I imagine he was talking about just doing like this, like, you know, like do 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 do, yeah. Which I can do. I could do that as well, but I don't, you know, delude myself into thinking that is me, that's real. Yeah, I don't know, little hand person, I guess. I agree with you, HSE. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to add. Also, if anyone is like, wow, you shouldn't have read that diary, it's like not yours, it's someone else's, like, I don't know, if the person who wrote this gets in touch with me and is like, I wish you hadn't done that, you know. I don't even think I'm going to be posting this somewhere anyway, you know. I think this one might stay off the VODs channel, just between, like, this gross story and having all those issues with the OBS flower quality. But yeah, I mean, it might end up, it might not. It depends. If the person who wrote this wants it to go away, let me know, but get in touch. Anyway, that has been my first stream. Whoa, what? My first stream is done already? But, and yes, we need more. I understand. I'll be back. I'll do more for you guys, for the people who will inevitably come to, you know, yeah, HSE says keep streaming. Yeah, we're all gonna get there one day, I hope. Yeah. And then HSE ruined their lovely sentiment with the really scary smile emoji. The one that's like, that one. It's horrible. Mean, yeah. But thank you, HSE, for tuning in. And I can't wait to meet everyone who will eventually be a part of this. So yeah, this has been AndAndYes. Here it is. I love you all. Bye-bye. Wait to meet everyone who will eventually be a part of this. So yeah, this has been AndAndYes. Here it is. I love you all. Bye-bye. To meet everyone who will eventually be a part of this. So yeah, this has been AndAndYes. Here it is. I love you all. Bye-bye. AndAndYes. Here it is. I love you all. Bye-bye. AndAndYes. Here it is. I love you all. Bye-bye.